Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Shandor, Dr. Butler, school board members, esteemed faculty, staff, honored guests, family, friends, and of course, the York High School's graduating class of 2019. Congratulations on making it this far in your academic careers. Many of us could not have made it without the support of our parents, so thank you parents for pushing us to do our best. Thank you to my wonderful friends who always had time to lend an ear or a shoulder when I needed it. I couldn't have survived high school without you. Thank you to all the teachers who made learning not just tolerable, but enjoyable. Thank you to my awesome guidance counselor, Mr. Harmon, who's been looking out for me since 8th grade. And finally, thank you to everyone who has helped and supported me, even in the smallest way. We've all had those people whose presence has made a profound impact in our lives. After all, high school isn't solely about getting a high GPA. If anything, that's only a very small part of the high school experience. What really matters are the friends you make along the way. Having friends made high school life that much more bearable. Chemistry, a generally grueling class for most, despite Mr. Keyes dressing up as Prince and shrieking loudly to keep us awake, or Miss Eckstein's sarcasm, was made better by the bonds we forged. As Nick Kelly said, the camaraderie in that class was second to none. Ashley Key made it clear that her fondest high school memory was just having classes with her best friends and just being able to be with them all the time. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. We need friends to keep us awake at absurdly late hours as we finish assignments we probably could have done earlier. After all, somebody, Alex Colbert, had to keep me awake while trying to finish English summer assignment annotations in the midst of band camp. Friends can make you smile when all you wanted to do was cry. After a particularly hard test, I could talk to Gavin or Jacob or David or Joshua about everything we got wrong. And suddenly, I felt better because I realized I wasn't the only one who looked at the first question on Mrs. B's poetry test and thought, oh no. Schoolman taught us how to find the slope of a line, or how to balance a chemical equation, or what year Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But our friends taught us empathy. We learned how to support our teams when they lost and cheer them on when they won, like when the football team beat Tab after coming back from a 14-0 deficit. Friends taught us how to fundraise, like Sarah Emmett Young, who worked tirelessly to raise $7,000 for charity. Friends asked us to hang out after we had a surprise half day due to a water main break. Consoled us when we were who knows how many assignments behind an 8-push. And both laughed and cried by our side as the sky glowed gold for the Inspired by West game. They taught us how to take time for ourselves rather than slaving away with homework, whether it be weekly sleepovers, late night visits to IHOP, or even midnight baking madness. We also learned to think of others besides ourselves as we participated in the Stuff the Bus campaign, helped Miss Gina keep the school clean, and remembered not to boo the freshmen during Take Flight Week. They taught us to be ourselves when ourselves didn't seem good enough. We all needed a friend to calm our nerves before a senior solo at the band concert, the state champion swim meet or soccer game or tennis match, or before winning Southern States in band. They pulled us out of our shells so that we could be comfortable in previously uncomfortable situations. Savannah Crampton said that her fondest memory was working on the class wall because working together with everyone to make something amazing pushed her to come out of her shell. And of course, everyone smiling, laughing, and singing their hearts out helped too. Friends pushed us to be better versions of ourselves. As Min Young said, surround yourself with people you look up to and raise your standards to match them. These lessons are probably the most important things we could have ever learned in high school. Although we may never talk to some of our high school friends again, as long as we hold these lessons close to heart, they will forever stay with us as we go our separate ways. I will never forget the memories we shared together, like winning Powder Puff freshman year by default. Celebrating school spirit with Captain Pep Rally, aka then Assistant Principal Rice. Taking videos of the bird that flew into AP Human class, singing the school's alma mater after football games, wearing gold to show our support at the Inspired by West game, the first and second lip dub, pulling off the senior prank, seeing everyone with our caps and gowns on class day and realizing we're really graduating, and so much more. As we part, I want to share your peers' advice on how to survive high school, but I'm sure they will apply to your future as well. Many counsel don't procrastinate, and while a generally good philosophy, I think many of us live by, do tomorrow means do tomorrow. Jake Berry said, I'm not lazy, I'm efficient, which loosely translates to work smarter, not harder. David, Melissa, Morgan, and Bridget said to meet as many people as possible. You never know who might be your lifelong friends. Clara, Gabby, Ashley, and Haley said not to be afraid to put yourself out there and to get involved. Lastly, Sydney said to be yourself and have fun with those people who make you happy. Thank you to everyone who shared their memories and their advice. I may be the one giving the speech, but you guys are the ones who wrote my speech through the countless memories and moments we made at York. Congratulations, York High School's class.
Aiden Matthew Hall. Jenna Angelia Hall. Hayden Landon Holt. Emma Sophia Horn. Benjamin David Hobatter. Jonah Goodrich Hoyt. Deja Nicole Huggins. Kaylee Quinn Hollander. Austin Mark Collins. Joshua Isaac Humphrey. Amber Rose Hyde. Sarah Ishrat. Alec Charles Jackson. Alexei Roman Johnson. Randall Michael Jones.
York High School.